was nearly out of business. And I mean, really in trouble. I had gotten so many calls from our team that he needed coaching. Now, today, he's making over $400,000 a month in his business without layoffs, with no debt restructuring, and no gimmicks. We didn't just throw ChatGPT into this business and call it a day. Ha ha ha. That does not work. And if you try that, you probably have learned that it hallucinates quite a bit. Imagine having a version of this Dr. Jones 24/7 for your staff, your patients, and your sales team. Need an answer about some sort of medication, GLP-1? Ask the AI. Need a script about a weight loss consult? Ask the AI. Yes, that alone is a game changer. You can't scale chaos. You have to simplify to multiply. It's about AI replacing inefficiency and about creating leverage so you can focus on the work that matters. Now, Dr. Jones went from a crisis category to a leader in a category. All right, 6 months ago, Dr. Dean Jones, a chiropractor running a company called Colorado Medical Solutions, was nearly out of business. And I mean, really in trouble. I had gotten so many calls from our team that he needed coaching. Now, today, he's making over $400,000 a month in his business without layoffs, with no debt restructuring, and no gimmicks. Just a smart strategy and AI doing the heavy lifting. And now he's on a clear path to make almost $1 million a month by the end of the year. You want to know how this happened? Well, I'll tell you. It's something that I can walk you through on every single step because I did it personally myself. We're talking about digital clones, AI sales agents, CRM takeovers, complete pricing overhauls, and licensing models. Wow. Talk about things that could actually change the healthcare game. And we're doing it not only with him, but with other people. This isn't just a comeback story, it's a full-blown transition. Let's start at the top. Step one, building Dr. Jones' digital clone. We didn't just throw ChatGPT into this business and call it a day. Ha ha ha. That does not work. And if you try that, you probably have learned that it hallucinates quite a bit. But we created a full-on brain, an AI, through a large language model. That's LLM for anybody who's listening. And we trained it on everything Dr. Jones has ever said, written, published, anything his sales team has ever closed a sale on, anything around his business. Literally hundreds of hours of content fed into a machine that is only for him and not for the public, meaning that this LLM or AI, large language model for those who might be paying attention, only works on behalf of what he has said and does not go to the public internet and make things up, which is where we have problems today in the LLM/AI models with ChatGPT and the other Claudes and Perplexities and other things that are in the AI space that you may use and go, well, that's good, but it's sort of off base a little bit. This is directly from his brain. His podcasts, his YouTube videos, his internal SOPs, trainings, and all of it. We made that. We really made a knowledge base out of the insanity of levels of completion around everything in his business. And we made it accessible via Slack, SMS, and a web app for his internal people, his clients, and even people who are in his distribution. Now imagine having a version of this Dr. Jones 24/7 for your staff, your patients, and your sales team. Need an answer about some sort of medication, GLP-1? Ask the AI. Need a script about a weight loss consult? Ask the AI. Yes, that alone is a game changer. But let me tell you, we all have to think about the ramifications of HIPAA compliance and so forth. And we did this all within the constraints of using Go High Level and making sure that this was done properly so that all of this information is in a HIPAA compliant environment. So it's not leaving the space. So step two, integrating AI into sales ops. Next, we really hit the sales system, right? Dr. Jones didn't want to hire a massive amount of salespeople. And let's be real, External call centers usually suck at selling high-level services like this, high-trust services. It's very difficult. So we deployed open AI-powered sales agents through Go High Level. These bots, yes, the bots, are qualifying and booking appointments through text, DMs, and emails, responding to new leads in real time, 24/7. Yes, they work when everyone else is sleeping. Why? Because they know what to say. We took all the repetitive follow-up tasks, got them into production. Results? You can imagine it. Each rep got back a full hour in their day because they weren't responding to this humdrum account. Millions of little texts and things that go beyond the normal responses of calling somebody, but the millions of questions. More time equals more calls, equals more closes, and more revenue fast, right? So step 3 was what we did that really helped everybody, which is we centralized the learning hub. Now think about this. Dr. Jones had mountains of courseware, content on Teachable, everywhere across the boards. He was teaching, right? Holding the team respectfully into, let's just call it their own capabilities. Too many platforms, too much friction, nothing really worked. So we migrated everything and we took it all into even a simple, and this is what really helped, community on Mighty Networks, right? So we added another thing into the element of keeping people aware of being involved in a community. And that included content, community, engagement, and we tied it all to Go High Level. Imagine that. One platform, one login, one clean experience. Very easy. Less tech hassle, more value. Now, step 4 is rebuilding the funnel from the ground up. Now, Dr. Jones' digital presence was outdated and overly complex. So we rebuilt everything inside of Go High Level. Can you imagine the amount of actual connections that were being done in his previous environment with Zoho? There were thousands of connections based off of multiple different types of funnels. We created landing pages and custom forms and lead magnets. We even did the email and SMS sequences and workflow management and automations all in one platform. He had so many different things that were mixed up in trying to be put together with pop sticks, or I guess I say popsicle sticks and glue through Zoho and through Zaps and through a million different other ways to try and get things done. And we put everything in one system. This removed the need for a multi-platform stack. It massively boosted lead quality and the show-up rates. Now, if you think about this as a sort of like end all, what happens? Step 5, rapid sales team development. And this is what we really need to help them on. We needed a sales team to help do all this stuff, but not just any team, closers. So we helped set up interviews with rapid disqualification process and only took 5% of the people to make it through. And we trained them and optimized them on high ticket scripts. They weren't just reading from a script. They were closing on emotion, transformation, and data. The real things, and it worked. Now, you can't scale chaos. You have to simplify to multiply. That leads me to the next step. Simplifying offers and boosting up the prices. Now, Dr. Jones had so many offers. Too many low-ticket services and not enough high-ticket services, and too much confusion. So we've been really think through this, and we simplified it. And we said, well, look, let's take the top performing offers and bundle them into 2 premium packages. We removed the friction. We boosted the value. We raised the prices on his actual system. And for the first 30 days, this moved to 50 grand in profit. Oh my God, I can see the light. Not revenue, profit. Now, we actually began the work on the custom dashboards so that he could actually read what he was doing, right? All these default dashboards that are out there are garbage. They don't give you the executive clarity you need to scale. So we built a custom dashboard from scratch with an SQL database, Excel sheet overlays, and embedded it into his private portal. Now, Dr. Jones sees everything. Rep performance, pipeline flow, revenue tracking, retention trends, all in one clean real-time view. All these things are there. Now, here's the cool thing, licensing. Here's where it gets crazy. And this is happening in real time. We weren't just fixing a business. We're literally turning this into a product. All the brain and the setup and the hub and the pricing model and all the sales team training and packaged can be now licensed. Think about that. Now, other gyms, other chiropractors, other med spas, even hair salons could plug into this system and sell GLP-1s. Why? Because we've built a comprehensive system that actually created another product. This licensing model actually even gives the ability for a turnkey AI knowledge base and sales funnels that actually convert automatically, automated booking, pricing structures that are already there that make sense based off of the best pricing in the industry because we already negotiated the pricing with their vendors. And they get a playbook and a system. And they're off to the races. So this is even how you could turn a simple consulting service into a scalable IP. Now, this isn't just a story, it's a movement. I will tell you, we're just getting started. The deep ability here to understand workflows and not just building a chatbot, but building an ecosystem using things like N8N. All these interactions that go through these workflow systems and using N8N all come back even into Slack. So the let's just call it the N8N. And if you don't know what N8N is, it's basically a system that will route, let's just say, data based off of some rules. It will route it into the knowledge base and the knowledge graph. The AI crafts a human-like response. That response can even go back to, again, in Slack, SMS, can go back to the web, all because the interactions are being logged on, analyzed, and the system keeps upgrading and learning in itself. Dr. Jones literally gets smarter every day. At least his agent does, his AI brain, the impact, the numbers. Let's talk about this. Now, revenue when I started with him was around 100,000. Literally, he was losing money, meaning he grew from not only zero but negative 10 to 15,000, and now we're hitting 400,000 a month. All these sales reps that he was working with recovered 5 hours a week of lost time because they were answering unbelievable dumb questions. Profit jumped to 50,000, and now his profits near 150,000 to 200,000, depending on the month. Appointments doubled with no additional staff. And now he has a licensing model to launch to other clinics. Now, this isn't about AI replacing humans. Let's get this straight. It's about AI replacing inefficiency and about creating leverage so you can focus on the work that matters. Now, Dr. Jones went from a crisis category to a leader in a category. If you look on YouTube, you'll see his videos now getting tens of thousands of views, where before they were getting none. And you can see his Facebook posts, his TikTok posts going viral, all just job in the day for us. And you can do the same. If you want to see exactly how we did it, you want to learn through the things that we did, there's certainly ways to get in touch with me. This isn't, again, about your ability to learn AI. It's about your ability to take advantage of the future of the growth of the industry. And it's available right now. You shouldn't be afraid. Listen, if you're watching this and you think, man, I need to do this in my business, then don't wait. There's a link in the description below if you want to contact me. Our team can help you out, real help, right? To finally take that advantage of the tech that's already transforming companies like Dr. Jones. And now it's the time for you. Because this wave isn't slowing down. And if you don't move, your competitors will. We'll probably be helping them. Well, someone like us will, and they'll eat your lunch. Sorry to say that, but if you are not moving to bring yourself forward, this is moving too fast. And this isn't, again, about keeping up. It's about staying ahead. time won't wait for you, and neither will growth. So click the link below. Let's build your next level business together.